Russia's President Vladimir Putin said Ukraine's counteroffensive to take back land captured by his country has failed as he hosted his close ally, Belarusian leader Alexander Lukashenko, for talks in Putin's native city of St. Petersburg. According to Al Jazeera news agency report, the meeting on July 23, 2023 was the first to be held between the two leaders since Minsk helped end a revolt by mercenaries from Russia's Wagner group of fighters. Belarus now hosts Wagner fighters on its territory after Lukashenko brokered a deal that convinced Wagner leader Yevgeny Prigozhin to end a march on Moscow and exile himself to Belarus. Russian news agencies quoted Lukashenko as saying there is no counter-offensive. Putin replied that it exists but it has failed. Last June, Ukraine began its long-anticipated counter-offensive but has so far made only small gains against well-entrenched Russian forces who control more than a sixth of its territory after nearly 17 months of war. A Telegram channel linked to Lukashenko quoted him as saying in a jocular tone that fighters of Russia's Wagner group who are now training Belarus army were keen to push across the border into the NATO member Poland. Lukashenko said that, quote-unquote, the Wagner guys have started to stress us. They want to go west. Let's go on a trip to Warsaw and Reso. There was no indication that Lukashenko was seriously entertaining that idea. On Thursday, July 20, the Belarusian Defense Ministry said Wagner fighters had started to train Belarusian special forces at a military range just a few miles from the Polish border as per Reuters report. Poland is moving extra troops towards the border with Belarus in response to the arrival of the Wagner forces, who relocated there after staging a short-lived mutiny in Russia last month. Putin, in response, warned Poland on Friday that any aggression against Belarus would be considered an attack on Russia. He said Moscow would use all means it has to react to any hostility towards Minsk. I am Lovely Montoya of Manila STV.